Welcome to the Weather Chef. It's a new segment we're trying out where I, the meteorologist, teach you how to bake some things. Hopefully you can follow along and do those things at home. I'm here in the Pizzazz Performance Kitchen. Beautiful appliances for us to use here. Great backdrop. We have appliances from Eklund. The marble countertops from Cascade Marble and Granite have us the perfect setup for me to teach you how to bake some things. Now, today we're gonna start off with something classy. The black bottom cupcakes, black and white, perfect to take to a holiday meal. The kids and the adults are both gonna love it. All right, we're gonna start off with a cup and a half of flour. We're gonna be mixing all of our dry ingredients. Going to do a cup of sugar to mix in there. Next up, we're gonna take some cocoa powder, and unsweetened cocoa powder to be specific, and put about 1/4 of a cup of that. And then last but not least, we're gonna take 1 teaspoon and put a teaspoon of baking soda. So this will be all mixed in here. All right, so now we're gonna take our whisk and we're just gonna whisk all these ingredients together, especially so we can get that baking soda mixed all in between and get the chocolate really mixed in with the flour and the sugar. All right, next up, we're going to push in a little bit here in the middle to make a bit of what's called a well. And then we're gonna take a cup of water and pour that into our well here in the middle. Next up, we're gonna have our 3rd cup of vegetable oil. Right there into our well. Here we're gonna add about a tablespoon of cider vinegar. Not regular vinegar, this is cider vinegar, but don't be tempted to drink it. It does not taste like apple cider. And last but not least, we are going to add a tablespoon of vanilla. And like my mom always says, you can never have too much vanilla. All right, now that all those ingredients are added in, we're gonna go ahead and mix that up, starting there in the middle of the well and slowly working our way around to the outside, mixing in those dry ingredients until everything's relatively well mixed. You don't wanna over mix everything. Now we're done with the black part of the black and white. Now we move on to the white. So we're gonna take a new bowl here and add a whole block of cream cheese. On top of that, we're gonna do about 1/3 of a cup of sugar. And we're gonna take 1 egg, which is gonna give us a little bit of fluffiness here. And we're gonna go ahead and mix this all together. All right, we need to add a little bit of black to this black and white here. So we're gonna add about a cup of semi-sweet chocolate chips. You don't want the milk chocolate, that'll make things a little sweet. You can go a little overboard there. Never hurts to have a few too many chocolate chips. We're gonna go ahead and mix that just a little bit. All right, now it's time to assemble our cupcakes. You may be wondering why I'm holding an ice cream scoop. It's actually your best friend when it comes to cupcakes for delivering a clean amount of batter right into the tin. So we're gonna just take about 1/2 scoop there and then squeeze, and that drops right in the perfect, maybe a little bit less than a half. This is quite a big spoon here. All right, now for the white part of our black and white cupcakes here, we're gonna just take a little spoonful, just a little dollop of cream cheese, and we're just gonna plop that right in the middle. All right, now we preheat the oven to 350 degrees. We'll go ahead and throw in our cupcakes. And I've actually made enough for just about 20 cupcakes. Sometimes if you divide the batter up a little bit better than I did, you can get about 2 dozen out of this recipe. So we'll bake it at 350 degrees for about 25 minutes. So our black bottom cupcakes are finally out of the oven, and they have a little bit of a surprise in them. As you cut them open here just a little bit, you can see there's plenty of cream cheese and chocolate chips on the inside. So thank you for starting off this adventure with us here on The Weather Chef. If you want any of these recipes, you can always go online and get them at kfbb.com. Stay tuned because we'll have another recipe coming up next week.